Welcome back to Pleasant Grove Sports Network. Today's matchup features the Pleasant Grove Vikings versus the Richmond Hill.
Looks like Wolves.
It says Green Beer Wolves. Hold on.
Panthers, maybe. Turn down this. Very loud. All right. All right.
Welcome back to our broadcast here in Georgia at Green Beer High School. Today's matchup features Pleasant Grove High School versus the Richmond Hill Panthers or something like that. I'm not sure.
We're going with Panthers because it's exactly what you guys have probably seen on the screen. That's what we're guessing.
So Pleasant Grove here has been kind of a real busy team for the last couple of days, having a big travel day, flying from Georgia, flying from Salt Lake all the way to Atlanta, and then driving an hour to the place that they're staying at. And then Richmond, and then here at Green Beer High School is another hour away from there. So it's been a lot of traveling, but
a lot of driving, but it's a lot of time to get close with the team, kind of create a friendship there between us and them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's been a good time to get closer as commentators and as broadcasters. So it's been a lot of traveling, a lot of cramped knees and stuff, but overall it's been really fun.
Yeah, Pleasant Grove able to their record being 4-1, and Richmond Hill is 1-10. Is that what they were saying?
They're
1-10.
Struggling this year, but
team.
East Coast is really good basketball, so that doesn't mean a whole ton. From what we know, they could be #1 in Utah, but they're from Georgia, so we don't know what's going to happen just yet.
But yeah, Pleasant Grove here, they've gotten a couple practices under their belt, feeling warm. They got their shooters. They got everybody on their team pretty much. They don't have all the JV Warriors, but they do have a couple of them.
They have, I think it's Black Team is the JV that dresses for varsity.
Yes, so there's White Team, and Blue Team, and Black Team. White Team and Blue Team are the two different starting lineups that you see. Depending on the day, either one of them will start.
Yep.
And then Black Team is the JV players who dress for varsity but don't necessarily play. Those are players like Tyler Hudson, Chaz Rose, and
Parker
Finn
Van Dyke,
Spilsbury,
or Van Dorn.
Van Dorn.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the players are healthy except for Zane Windsor, who has some stomach discomfort. But we're not sure if he won't play or will play today.
He looks like he'll be just okay.
He will. He wasn't feeling too good at practice yesterday, but here we are coming into the game here. So,
yeah.
Kimball, what do you expect to see from the Vikings today?
I expect to see a little bit less mistakes from them. I feel like they've shaken those out. I've been to a couple practices, and they've been really working on getting rid of the fancy passes that you may have seen like during the Bingham game that were pretty bad, and stuff like that. So they're working on a jump stop, make sure you have the ball, pass with 2 feet on the ground, unless he's wide open, but just drilling some more fundamentals into their skulls. Coach Mack definitely knows what he's doing after 20 seasons as a head coach, and he's been just making sure they can get those mistakes, just sweep them under the rug.
Yeah, and I think that Pleasant Grove has really improved themselves since that Bingham game, playing 2 more games against Payson and then American Heritage. And the Bingham game, after going 2-0, like, I feel like having that first loss really early was actually a good thing for this team. You know, as soon as you get to 4-0, pretty much, you start to play less of we want to win and more of like we have to keep this winning streak going.
Yeah.
Or the undefeated feeling, I guess. But here's Pleasant Grove. I mean, after that Bingham game, they really drilled that same thing that you said, the fundamentals. Jump stop, and then they just pass the ball.
Yeah.
You know, nothing too fancy, and then just keeping their three-point snipers available. So they have what looks like it's the black team underneath the basket, and then they have every single member of varsity just shooting threes.
Yeah.
This is kind of what you've been seeing. I mean, after last year, where not very many threes were shot, but this team is much different than last year with only a couple of returning players like Ryan, Carson, Mackay, and Ethan.
Yeah.
And Ethan was a JV player last year, but finally getting his varsity minutes here, and he's playing good. So
yeah, he's been playing great this season, senior year, you know. Put it all out on the line and just make sure you do your best.
And Andrew Anderson as well was also a sophomore and JV team player last year, and now look at him now. He's varsity. He's one of the starters basing off of what team is starting.
Yeah. He's on one of those two main teams that PG has.
And then Riker Mickelson returning from last year, but he was injured last year in the game against Timpview. But the year
Only
before
played
that,
a couple games.
The year before that, when he was a freshman, was an extremely valuable role player on that team with McCaden Adams, Evan Anderson, and Isaac Garrett.
Yep.
So let's talk a little bit about Richmond Hill. So you obviously said they're 1-10. It's not a very great record that they have. Their only win is versus. Hold on, I'm finding it. It is versus. Hold on. What way did he freaking? Okay, it's versus Effingham County. Effingham County. They beat them 50-44. So their last game was against Hilton Head, and they lost 70-48. Last year, their record was 6-19, and their coach is William Henderson. So we do have their potential starting lineup, and we're gonna pull up his roster real quick. So, potential starting lineup, we have Liam Bolton, Josh Scott, Bryce Hendricks, Zion Flash, and Skylar Riley. So these players, number 1, Liam Bolton, number 2, Bryce Hendricks, number 10 is Zion Flash, and then number 33, Skylar Riley. So we have a decent team here. It looks like they're a small team as well. None of their players are like extremely tall, so that's similar to Pleasant Grove's situation.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the, I guess we're the Wild West versus the East Coast, kind of these two different styles of basketball. It'll be interesting to see. I've never watched teams this far on a high school level play each other, so I'm really excited.
Yeah, and I mean this team's scoring differential, their scoring differential is -8, 183. I mean their points per game is 64. That's what they're averaging.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, but Pleasant Grove has been averaging a much higher points per game, with them already scoring in the 90s this year.
In that first game against Jordan, yeah. That was just kind of they understood what they needed to do. They understood their opponent, Jordan, isn't the greatest basketball team in Utah. So they kind of just, handled business like usual. But Coach Mack said after that game, he's like, we still got a lot of work on. I'm proud of the win, but I'm not exactly ecstatic about the way they played.
Yeah, and obviously this has kind of been a team bonding experience. I mean, with the whole plane ride and being out there, and we're currently on a lake house. That's where they're staying, and they haven't gotten in the lake. I mean, not all of them, and
it's pretty cold out.
Yeah, it's been a team bonding experience for all of them, and they've been able to get closer as a team, as friends.
Absolutely.
So you're taking threes. They're going through hot streaks and cold streaks here, it's looking like.
Yeah.
But they're all rotating around, it looks like.
The rhythm of the threes is definitely one they do as a team. Like, it's a very team-oriented rhythm when you watch them play like this. So they'll go through and they'll make like 5 in a row, and then they'll miss like 4 in a row. So it's kind of interesting, which could work to their benefit if we've got a couple players playing well, but could also not be great if we got a couple kids playing not great. But, and then Richmond Hill on the other side, they're working on free throws, 3-pointers, stop jump shots.
They're basically just doing the average warm-up, you know. This is kind of just a shoot-around. They've both done layup lines already, so.
Yeah, and they're shooting really well from 3-point as well. Getting some fadeaways in there. But, yeah, I think it'll be a very interesting matchup.
Yeah. So we'll catch you right back here when the game starts in about 3 minutes here.
All right, well, we have 25 seconds till game start. PG will have the home jerseys, but not home court advantage because this other team we're playing is from Georgia. They did not fly 3.5 hours to get over here. So they're still in their little community.
They have a couple of fans here. Not many fans from Richmond either. So it's just like a lot
looks like we got
a lot of parents and those
fans, but it looks like Coach Mack's grandkids and family.
It's Coach Mack's wife and his grandkids, and
which is awesome.
Obviously, like just his family. Those are the PG fans here. So they all live out here. I think that was another reason that they chose a tournament around these parts.
That is definitely smart. So although PG doesn't have a ton of fans, they have some fans, which is perfect.
So number 2, Bryce Hendricks is also starting for Richmond. Josh Scott. Oh, they're the Wildcats, not the Panthers. Makes sense.
Works for me.
Zion Flash.
Yeah, it looks like some fellows who are ready to hoop. Then they got their, looks like their center.
It's Skylar Riley. That's Makai Peterson.
So, yeah, they will be starting white team in this matchup, which isn't, Makai is probably the big name of the white team. The other kids are kind of people who have worked up to the starting role, but definitely kids who have earned their spot.
Andrew Anderson, another one of our favorites here to shoot some threes.
His corner three is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely. And Clay Hansen has hit some clutch threes this season already. So we're going to see what he can bring us today.
Yeah, we will tip off momentarily.
So both starting lineups being announced, obviously, with Makai Peterson, Ty Palmer, Ryan Hadley, Clay Hansen, and Andrew Anderson, all starting at guard. Basically, Makai Peterson is going to be probably like the small forward-ish type of guard, but the rest of them are point and shooting guards.
Yeah.
So the other one that is sort of not a guard is going to be Riker Mickelson and Ethan Hilliard. Those guys are a little bit taller, can snag some rebounds, but you'll be surprised. Clay Hansen has been able to grab some rebounds this season. So as we tip off, it is Makai jumping against Bryce Hendricks. And Makai's going to win the tip. So here's Ty Palmer bringing it down for the Vikings. Ty Palmer gives it to Andrew, shoots a quick three.
He makes it. Just as we were talking about.
There's Liam Bolton, gives it to Skylar Riley, back to Liam. To Skylar in the corner, gives it down low, and that's going to be Bryce Hendricks for the layup.
Back-to-back shooting here.
Ty Palmer gives it to Makai Peterson. Kicks it out for Clay, same spot as Andrew, and he hits
got it. A fast-paced game so far here.
That is Skylar Riley, gives it to Hendricks. Hendricks going in for the layup, and he gets the and one.
The kid's got some moves.
What a clean layup down low by Richmond.
That was really good. He'll go to the line for one.
Going for the extra point, Hendricks. Down low we have Josh Scott and Zion Flash. Those are the two Wildcats down low. He's going to miss his extra point, and the ball is going to be thrown straight to Clay. So here comes Ty Palmer with the ball. Loses it a little bit, gives it to Makai. Makai rotates to Clay. Clay fakes the three a little bit, and it's stolen. Here comes Liam Bolt. Not Liam Bolt, that's Josh Scott, and he's going to dunk it.
Slam jam. That would be on a replay highlight.
Here is Andrew, gives it to Makai for three. Just rims out. Clay.
Looks like our first missed three of the game.
Kind of a loose ball. Recovered by Ryan. Down low, gives it to Kai, and that's going to be a layup.
That is a great way to find the open man there and kind of scramble for the ball.
This is Zion Flash, gives it to Skylar Riley, and that's going to be an easy layup. Here comes Ty Palmer. Going to give it to Clay. Clay Hansen gives it to Andrew. Nice rotation by Pleasant Grove as it's back out to Andrew.
You can kind of see what we're trying to say when
that's
the 1 in
10
record. The 1 in 10 record doesn't mean much, and you can see that here in this early moments of the game where this team is playing very well.
Yes, of course, and that's Flash down low. Misses both layup attempts.
He's going to be wanting that one back.
Here's Ty Palmer to Andrew in the corner. No good.
A little bit of a cold streak, like we said, kind of moves with the team all at once.
And that was Richmond Hill with the easy layup. And here's Ryan, a quick, fast break point, and Bryce Hendricks takes a bit of a tumble. I'm surprised Pleasant Grove hasn't subbed. Oh, there, speak of the devil, there they are right next to the scorer's table. Checked in and ready.
I'm sure Richmond Hill is very confused.
So The
And
floor
Josh
might have been a little
Scott
bit out.
trying to stop, but he just couldn't.
Yeah, Josh Scott, the one who dunked earlier, kind of hit a wet part of the floor and he slipped. And here comes the second starting lineup for Pleasant Grove.
This is blue team.
I think.
We're hoping.
I wouldn't say it's canon yet. Let's figure out who's blue and who's white. Ethan Hilliard on the outside of the three-point line. This is Carson. Carson to Jackson Brown for three. No good. That's to Milo. Back out to Carson. Drives in, kicks it back out to corner. Now that's Milo for three. He hits it.
What a turn of events. Carson passed there, probably not making Coach Mack too happy, but he saw an open man, and they're saying if he's open, you can do it. But make sure you're 100% sure.
Now it's Hendricks down low. The tip-in.
Shots for the Wildcats just not going in. It's like the basket is playing defense for the Vikings.
The tip-in by Derek Lum was no good. And they're going to sub out Hendricks. And they're bringing in Amari Jordan.
Some fresh legs in there.
It's tipped by Jackson. Here is Richmond. That's Lum, gives it to, and that's a travel by Richmond on Liam Bolton.
Yeah,
so
something you don't want to do in a close game is start making penalties like that.
Not something you want to see here. Here is Pleasant Grove. That's Jackson Brown for three. No good. Almost recovered by Ethan Hilliard.
Yeah, does his best, but hit it the wrong way and then went out of bounds. Close game. It's 10-13 for the Vikings. Up three.
Bolton gives the ball down low. And that's going to be a missed layup by Amari Jordan. Here comes Pleasant Grove. Rasmussen gives the ball to Jackson Brown again for three, and he's going to hit it.
You got that one. This full court by the Vikings, you can see Richmond Hill has definitely done a couple practices to figure out how to deal with the full screen. And
that's
you can
Bolton
see that
for
here.
Three and no good off the front of the rim.
You can kind of see him figuring it out, but unfortunately cannot make the easy baskets.
And that's going to be a charge called on Amari Jordan.
Jackson, the one able to grab that charge.
Here's Carson Rasmussen with the ball. He's on the right side wing. He's going to drive in, kicks it out for Milo in the corner, and that's going to be a hit.
What a three.
Kind of moved too fast for me to even really think about it, to be honest.
Yeah, their passing is definitely strong right now. Okay, another travel against the Wildcats, and it looks like
Derek Lum. And here comes the
supposed white team. We're going with white team.
We're not sure.
We're going with white team for now. We'll talk to coach to sort it all out. Maybe during halftime.
Ty Palmer with the ball from the inbound on Clay. Back to Clay. To Mackay. On the outside of the three. Back in the corner, Andrew. He's going to go into the paint, kicks it out for Clay. He's going to shoot a three, and he's going to hit it. He's pushed.
He tried to draw a foul there, and that would have been a 4-point play, but did not get called.
It's Braylon Hayes with the ball. Gives it to Hendricks. Hendricks drives in. No good. Here comes Mackay. Mackay gives it to Clay in the corner for Hadley. Back to Clay. Clay's going to drive in. He's stripped. Clay gets it back. Russes for it. There's Ryan.
What a defensive play by Clay. As you know, offense is the first defense.
That's Andrew for three. No good. Rebound by Clay again. No good. So it's going to be muscled away by Richmond. Here comes Josh Scott. Giving it to Braylon Hayes. So Braylon Hayes with the ball. Drives in. Layup is good. It's going to bring the score 10-22. Just 2 minutes to go here in the first. Here's Andrew, open lane. Layup.
Got it. Yeah,
that's what they're looking for, Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
Looking for, obviously, the open shot, but open layup. No one is going to refuse that. Down low, that's Richmond. That was Zay Smith.
Yeah, exactly. And if the Wildcats want to get back into this game, you're thinking they probably need to start making a couple more layups.
That's Makai Peterson for 3. No good. Rebound by Clay. Kicks it out to Andrew. He shoots a 3. And they're calling...
I believe they're saying he was out of bounds.
Huh. I didn't really see it.
This is giving me a little bit of some Bingham flashbacks here. We're in the stands, which it's not too bad, but it's a little different.
It's not very comfortable, that's all.
That's it. That's all.
That's tipped by Milo. Down low for Jackson. It's tipped again. To Ethan on the outside of 3. Gives it to Carson. To Jackson in the corner for 3. Out of the rim and out. Travel on Ethan Hilliard.
You can see this fast-paced basketball catching up with some of the players. And the Marines are buffering just a little bit.
That is Richmond cannot score. Down low. Here comes the Vikings again. Riker Mickelson. And he is stripped, and that's going to be a reach and foul on Amari Jordan.
Coming up at the end of the first quarter, we will talk about PG's last player of the game. And a couple other things.
It will be revealed then. Here is Carson with the dish down low, right to Riker Mickelson.
You can tell that is something that they practice.
Here is Richmond, and that's going to be a travel called on Josh Scott. Inbound here for the Vikings. Here comes Carson. Rasmussen gives it to Mickelson. Carson in the corner, gonna do a spin move, getting down low. Back out to Riker. Kicks out Ethan for 3. No good. That's Jackson with the rebound. Carson fakes the 3, gives it back to Jackson. Kind of a wild pass. Now indoor to...
No looker, no good. Yeah, Carson using a little bit of that QB arm to get the ball around.
Here's Hendricks, layup, it's good. Right over.
It'll be end of the first quarter.
Yeah. So far, what have you seen from the Vikings?
Vikings, I've seen good ball.
Good basketball played.
Yeah.
Player of the game last game was Andrew Anderson against American Heritage. He had 9 points, went 2 for 4 from 3. His free throws, he went 3 for 4, had 2 steals and 2 rebounds. He was plus 28 on that game, which turned out to be a win, 86-60 for the Vikings.
Yeah, that game a little closer than we wanted to at halftime, but we definitely pulled that away. But PG turnovers way down. Definitely doing better on that side of the that aspect of the game. And they're doing a lot better on rebounds is probably the biggest thing that I'm seeing.
Yeah, other than that, I can just say that, it's been 1 quarter of play, and what I've seen so far is good. It's been really started off with the three-point shooting pretty efficient, but we kind of cooled down a little bit, missing a few that that probably should have been makes, but we've made up for that from inside the paint with Riker and Carson, that dynamic duo. So Mari Jordan's going to inbound to Bolton. Bolton's going to call out the play, and he's immediately pressed by the Vikings, who steal it. And here comes Andrew, gives it to Ryan down low. Back out to Makai. He's kind of fouled from behind, no call. Here's Clay, back out. That's for Ryan for 3, no good. Stolen by Makai. Driving, gives it to Andrew. Quick three, no good.
Yeah, PG's missed a couple threes in a row. I guarantee they're not happy with that. And the Wildcats didn't really know what hit them when they came out the gate to start the second quarter.
That's Zion down low, cannot hit.
And great defense by Ryan.
Hendricks gives it to Scott. Scott back to Hendricks in the corner, gonna shoot a three. No good.
And both teams slowing down from the three-point line.
Here's Clay, gives it to Ryan. He's gonna drive in, kicks it out to Mackay. Gonna drive in, open lane. Layup is good.
Yeah, that's the big guy from football that we know.
That's gonna be a jump.
Ty is playing out of his mind.
That's gonna be possession for the Vikings.
It's just a good, strong play by Ty.
That's Mackay down low, layup, good.
He'll
Bring
do
the
it
score 16 to 30, 6:50 to go. Down low, here's Hendricks to Zion. Zion flash hits that one.
Another thing you can see that the Vikings have worked on is playing better defense when they're pressing, not allowing big passes down. They did end up scoring on that one.
Clay misses that three-point.
You see how PG can stop some of the bigger passes from going down.
That's going to be Hendricks, kind of dribbles the ball through Andrew's legs, and it goes out of bounds. The inbound will be stolen by Jackson. Not quite. Here's Braylon Hayes going to bring the ball down for Richmond. Shot by Richmond, no good. That's from Liam. Liam Bolton. Pass to Riker down low, out to Ethan for three, no good. That's going to be rebound by Riker, going to get in the paint. Layup, good. My goodness, Riker bullies his way into the paint and scores that easy layup.
I think that's that linebacker in him coming out. Okay, this is gonna be our first time out of the second quarter. We're gonna talk about our great sponsor, Chubby's of Pleasant Grove Neighborhood Cafe.
Chubby's Cafe, all-American food for all-American families. We talk about Chubby's and getting hungry over here, thinking about their amazing different meals. They got great burgers, great sandwiches, and the chicken tenders are legendary.
It is about lunchtime, isn't it? We had great pancakes from, I believe, Coach Tuck made some fantastic pancakes this morning.
I think it was Coach Pont
that
cooked us some great pancakes.
But it's lunchtime.
It's lunchtime, and Chubby's Cafe sounds great. Thank you to Chubby's for sponsoring our broadcast, for making it so we could...
Unfortunately, there's none in Georgia, but maybe when we get home, we'll have a post-Georgia trip Chubby's feast.
It'll be fun. Here's Liam, gives it down low to Zion for a layup, and that's good.
Ethan came in with a swinging hand to block that, and it did not connect.
Here's Carson, gives it to Milo. He shoots a long-range three, and he buries it. My goodness. I was like college range.
That was like a heat-seeking missile there. What a
So Milo kind of breaking the no-hit streak for Pleasant Grove's threes.
With an impressive one.
Yeah, that brings the lead to 15.
I believe that would be a foul on him immediately thereafter.
Here's Bolton with the ball. Down low to Hendricks. The pass is stolen again by the Pleasant Grove Vikings. Here they come. That is... gets
stolen back.
Yeah, Jax Brown double team down low. My goodness. And
there must be a slippery spot on the court, because
that's the second time that
Joshua Scott has slipped in that spot.
So yeah, Josh Scott slipped twice there. Here comes the mopper guy. Here's Riker gonna give the ball to Milo. On the corner, Jackson for three, no good. Milo with the rebound. Pleasant Grove looking for some easy points here to set up their plays that they have. Down low to Ethan, almost loses the pass to Riker, and that's going to be a shooting foul. He's going to the charity stripe.
Yeah, you can see kind Gosh. Carson Rasmussen just bullet these passes in there. Ethan, the impressive one-handed grab, but yeah, you can see this team's definitely practiced with a guy who throws it very fast.
Here's Riker, first one. It's good.
We'll get some subs from the Wildcats. Of those, we have Amari Jordan and number 22, Jordan David.
Braylon Hayes is also subbed in.
Looks like Zay Smith will be in the bottom of the key.
So that's
Both good.
are good from Riker.
Yep. I will say what a play by Jackson. But our team
out.
definitely prides themselves in their ability to shoot free throws consistently well.
Absolutely. I mean, you think on this team, there's not a single one that's a weak shooter. Ethan almost steals the ball. Actually does steal it
like
after
free
kind of
safety.
a miscommunication. Here's Carson gonna get the ball way in the corner. It's gonna be stolen by Richmond. Here comes Bolton into the corner, and that is lost off of the hands of Amari Jordan.
Yeah, this PG team is playing vicious defense, and I think it's getting the Wildcats.
Here is Carson. Rasmussen going to control the ball, gives it to Milo. Rasmussen hasn't shot it yet this game. Looking for a shot from Carson. Here he is, down low to Milo. What a bullet pass
Definitely
that was.
can shoot, but more of a John Stockton style player on this team.
Absolutely, and with the consistency of his shot, he's also like John Stockton.
Yeah.
Where he has the shooting ability.
Mm-hmm. He's just, that QB1 is running deep.
Here is Braylon Hayes. Hayes trying to inbound to Jordan. Eventually gets it into Bolton instead. Amari Jordan being guarded by Carson. With all of his might down low, the ball is stolen by Carson. Down low to Riker. Layup good. My goodness, Riker's racked himself up some points here.
That connection is almost psychopathic in that they don't even need to talk. It's
stolen
just
by
in
Pleasant
the
Grove,
thoughts.
and that's Ethan for three, no good.
Ethan has not hit a three yet. He's been struggling with that, but his
Stolen again by Pleasant Grove.
his
Out
defense
to
has been
Riker
there.
for three, no good.
That's two missed for the Vikings.
Down low, here's Richmond.
Great defense by Carson.
Cannot hit for Amari Jordan. Riker's gonna drive in, layup, no goodies. Miss. Jackson Brown kicks out to Ethan. Now reset for Carson. Carson down low. Back out to Jackson. He shoots a three. No good. Gotten back by Pleasant Grove. Carson shoots a three. No good.
Looks like both of these teams need to work on making their shots. But this is definitely some fun basketball to watch.
I think both teams are kind of going through a bit of a cold streak right now.
Mm-hmm. 3 minutes till halftime. We'll see if they can turn it up in the next half.
Yeah, as Pleasant Grove brings in white team. Here's Jordan David. Blats Hendricks down low.
They found an open window and jumped through it.
Clay Hansen gonna drive in. Kicks it out to Andrew. Andrew gives it back. Mackay out to Ryan for three. No good. My goodness, a ball everywhere. Andrew for three.
Oh!
Breaks the missing streak.
Woo!
Finally.
Holy crap.
Brings the score 44-22. Comfortable 22-point lead for the Vikings. Down low, that's Zake.
What a pass.
Stolen by Pleasant Grove. Here comes Ryan to tie for three. No good. Recovered by Andrew. Back out for Ryan. Calling travel on Andrew.
Looks like he kind of did a running jump instead of setting his feet. He kind of landed staggeredly, and that's why they're going to call a
couple of subs
travel.
for Richmond here. Going to bring out Amari Jordan. bring in Josh Scott. We also have Cutler Barnes and Braylon Hayes still in. So that's stolen by Pleasant Grove again. And that's going to be dribbled off the foot of Hendricks.
It's a smart play by Ty there, getting trapped in the corner. Throwing it off.
Jordan David is in,
Wildcat.
and so is... Who's their 5th guy? Why can't I see their 5th guy? Oh. I don't even
Number
know
5.
Oh, yeah. Well, number 5 is a new guy. It's Cutler Barnes. There's Andrew, quick 3, no good. Back out, and that is recovered by the Wildcats. That's stolen by Pleasant Grove. Not quite enough. It's been tipped like 5 times, and that's an and one.
That was good playing there by the Wildcats. Looks like the foul will be on Makai Peterson. And Jordan David will go to the line to shoot for a 3-point play. So far, clean game, though, from both teams.
Yeah, clean game, not very many fouls.
Looks like PG has 3 total in the...
Blue team is in for PG for the final 2 minutes. Here's Riker giving it to Ethan. Nice rotation on the outside. Here's Carson on the paint. Gives it to Milo. Back out to Riker. He shoots a 3. No good. Feels like as soon as the girls team came in, they started making some noise, and Pleasant Grove hasn't been able to score on offense.
Maybe not ready for a crowd here in Georgia.
You get used to having no sounds.
Sounds will throw you off, yeah.
Here is Milo, stole the ball from Richmond. Here's Riker going in for the layup. Oh, just off the back of the rim. That was Hendricks, no good.
Good shot, just not quite able to make it.
Here's Carson, gives the ball to Milo in the corner for 3. No good off the back of the rim. Back out to Milo, to Carson. He's open for 3. No good. Here's Riker down low. Goes up for the layup, and it's good.
PG can't make a 3-pointer, but they can rebound, so we'll just keep doing that.
30 seconds to go here in the half. And that is stolen again by Pleasant Grove. My goodness, the turnovers for Richmond have been out of this world. And that is another layup for Riker.
That was a flashy pass.
Riker's got to be up to 14 points at this point. Here is Josh Scott down low. No good.
Jackson trying to get the charge. He doesn't get it.
Right. He hits a buzzer beater. So that's going to be Hendricks that hits it.
And the score going into halftime will be your Vikings up 48, the Wildcats 26.
So a quick 22-point lead that has kind of stayed there since Pleasant Grove has cooled down on threes.
Kind of since the first quarter, the end of the first quarter.
So, absolutely a great half of basketball for Pleasant Grove here.
Yeah.
As what I can see for Pleasant Grove, I can just see that they're rotating the ball well, they're playing their full court defense, and it's really affecting Richmond to the fullest capacity. I mean, they cannot buy a bucket or a pass, to be honest. So, looking at what Richmond could do to improve is just kind of quicker, slower passes that are, or not slower, but quicker passes that are...
Shorter passes for
shorter,
sure.
Yes, shorter. It didn't mean quicker, slower. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, so Pleasant Grove also has got to kind of boost their efficiency on 3. They're kind of missing a lot. Which is fine because we're getting a lot of the rebounds, but you can't rely on the other team messing up for too many times. Pleasant Grove football made that mistake against Skyridge, and that cost them the game. don't want Pleasant Grove basketball to make the same mistake of just relying on the other team messing up for them to score
I totally
points.
agree. I think maybe some harder fought for layups will be the answer. But they've been playing well. Not perfect, obviously, and I'm sure that Coach Mack will have some pointers for them in the locker room. But, I mean, you're winning by 22. You're winning by 22.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think that more of what do you think that the missed threes are? Are they more of a physical or mental mistake? Because they're running their offense to a T. I mean, they're getting the open shot for the right guy.
Their passing
they're
is good,
just
too.
missing the three. That's all they're doing. But then they're getting the rebound. So do you blame the missed threes on a mental or physical mistake?
I'm going mental. I don't know if it's because, like, now it's game time and that's a little bit of extra. I don't know if it's the pressure on them or if it's the altitude. I don't know. I don't know if it's the altitude or something because they were doing...
Doubtful it's the altitude. I mean, we have a huge advantage here. I mean, we live at 4,600 feet, and this here, I mean, Atlanta, we're about 2 hours away from Atlanta. They are probably... This is probably not very altitude
that was mostly
oriented. I'm not sure
joke.
what the altitude is. We're close to the Atlantic
thicker
Ocean.
air,
I'm not sure.
maybe. I think it not. That was a joke. I think it's definitely just like a mental thing from three. Maybe not even. Maybe it's just subconscious. Something's just not right when they shoot. Not sure. We'll see if the streak keeps up or if they can get it back in.
I think it's a mixture of both physical and mental mistakes. The mental idea of them keeping this missing streak going is making them shoot outside of what their muscle memory is. Because as soon as you start to doubt your jump shot, that is going to cause you to miss shots that you would normally make. Trying to alter it mid-game is not ever the move. So I think that's the move that Pleasant Grove's got to make. Just continue to trust themselves, trust their play style, get to the open man, and continue to play their full-court defense.
Yeah.
As for Richmond, they got to make closer, quicker passes that are more manageable. I think that they're going long-range passes that are being stolen, lots of bounce passes, and then all their points are pretty much Hendricks bringing it down the court and getting them a layup. They have 0 threes.
Their close-range shots have to start working out because they haven't been lately.
Yeah, they have 0 threes. They have basically no jump shots either. I mean, all their buckets are basically layups, and I guess you might be able to count it as a mid-range jumper, but mid-range, you're going to call it about around 10, 12 feet. I mean, they're shooting from like 3 feet away, so...
Yeah, definitely some quick and easier fixes for Richmond over the Vikings, trying to get that mental and physical block out of the way for their threes. But I think Richmond Hill definitely has a chance to do a lot better in the second half. Yeah,
and of course, just... Also, the 1-10 record might be affecting their mental state as well. But yeah, basketball is it's a very mental sport as well as physical. I mean, physical is going to be dominant, but mental is the part that keeps the physical part going correctly. So that's kind of our halftime analysis. We'll be back in just a few minutes with a couple more things to say. So we're going to take a break while you guys take a break.
Welcome back. I hope you guys can hear me now, but this is Alan Judson. I've been running the camera today, but the other two boys went to go get some lunch before we head back for the second half, so I'm going to give my little bit of analysis, and, well, really, I'm going to do some house cleaning work. From all of us over here at PGSN, Caden Duffield producing today, Kimball Ray and Jack Barnard on the mic, and then my name's Alan Judson. I've been running a camera. We'd like to thank you for tuning in today. We know it's early. It's 1:15, not the time you're usually watching high school basketball, but we're glad you're tuning in. We hope you're enjoying the stream. We hope we're doing the best we can to give you guys the best experience possible. We'd like to thank you guys for all your support. You guys are the reason we're out here in Evans, Georgia, broadcasting this back home to you guys so you can watch. We hope you're enjoying your time, and we hope you're enjoying being able to watch your friends or kids or grandkids or cousins or however you know them play the game that they love. So that's my housekeeping items, and I'm going to hand it back over to the two boys who are on the mic today. You'll hear my voice tomorrow if you tune into PGSN, but today it's Kimball Ray and Jack Barnard.
All right, we're back for the second half. And I think the Wildcats will start with it. No, it looks, no, I think the Wildcats will start with it. No, PG will. Try to alternating.
Sorry about that. I wasn't here. I was trying to make our screen look nice so that we can see what's going on here. Here's Clay Hansen down low. That's going to be an easy layup.
Ty Palmer.
So once again, we have our roster. And
it looks like
Clay gets a rebound after Richmond misses. Mackay out to Clay to tie.
Richmond definitely making those shorter passes like you were saying.
Palmer to Andrew for three. No good. Gotten back by Clay. Now that's Palmer for three. That's a nice
first one
bucket.
in a long time.
So that was Bolton, stolen by Mackay Peterson. Down low, it's going to be intercepted by Hendricks. So Hendricks going to give it to Josh Scott. Down to Bolton. Back to Scott. Scott to Hendricks. that's going to be a missed pass,
That's a
and that's going to be a
great
turnover.
play.
So turnover, not sure what number it is now, but it's quite a few. Here's Mackay for 3 off the side of the backboard. Or not the side, but
Power was right, just not on target.
that's what we call a mental mistake. Here is
Looked like
Ryan to Mackay, and
Looks
that
like
pass is
passing.
intercepted by Josh.
PG doing a little worse on passing, and Richmond Hill still struggling to get it past PG's half court or full court press.
So Richmond, here's Scott for 3, and that's going to be good.
Elbows for 2, but the and
Sorry,
one
did
will
I
make
say
it 3.
3? That's my bad.
Okay. You're fine.
The dunk. He
Could have
was
dunked it.
right up there. I guess his hand
he
was
was
by
tall
the
enough
rim.
for sure.
So here's Scott going up for the first.
And he will make it a 3-point play. Looks like blue team is now in. White team started off very well and strong. A couple pass mishaps, but they're doing fine.
Here is Carson, gets trapped on the 3-point line. Down to Jackson. Down to Carson, layup. No good for Carson,
Great
unfortunate.
pass by Ethan Hilliard, faking to the outside, passing it down low. And it'll be a great layup by, I think,
Braylon Hayes. Here is Milo. He gets triple teamed down low. Milo's going to bring Braylon down with him. And that's going to be a missed layup by Josh Scott down on the other side. Here's Carson, gives the ball to Jackson for 3. No good again, so that's going to be a foul.
Looks like the foul will be on Riker Mickelson. A little too touchy there.
That's, oh my goodness. Hendricks goes for the dunk attempt and misses. No charge called with Riker, and Carson gets the ball back. So here comes Carson and the Vikings. Give it down low to Riker.
And the connection is as strong as ever.
Riker and Carson continuing their connection in athletics. That's Hayes. Hayes almost gets the ball stolen from him. It's going to be a 4-on-2 down low, and that's going to be an easy bucket for Zay Smith. Here's Carson with the ball. Back up to Hilliard for 3. No good.
He has yet to make a 3 tonight, and you can see it. He's not too happy about it.
That was Bolton.
And it looks like Richmond Hill is on a run.
That's Jackson down low, sorry. Kind of quiet broadcast for a second there.
Jackson will get fouled, go to the charity line, as we now call it.
We call it the charity stripe.
Charity stripe, my bad. But PG perfect from the free throw line, and they'll stay that way.
It'll be Ethan. Basically, the whole team's coming out except for Jackson, and then Clay Hansen will replace him as soon as the other free throw goes. As soon as there's another dead ball, depending on if the free throw goes in or not.
This, you can definitely tell the two team is working. Richmond, the Wildcats, is getting a little tired, and PG is still looking fresh out there.
Calling a lane violation on Ty Palmer.
Yeah. Second one will not count.
That's going to be stolen by Pleasant Grove. Gives it to Ryan in the corner for 3. No good. Clay gets the rebound, and that's going to be easy layup.
Yeah. PG still struggling from 3, but the putbacks are working out.
Timeout for Richmond. Last second timeout before the ball was actually, like, they called the timeout and then the ball was thrown in and stolen. Sorry, our clock is still counting down. There we go. Anyways, looking at what the Vikings can do here to improve themselves is I think that their three-point shooting is still a little bit low, but they're still making up for it inside in the paint. But also, Richmond hasn't been making as many mistakes. So
yeah, you can definitely see that in their layups. Layups are definitely coming in strong. Like to thank our sponsor Chubby's, helping us get out here.
Chubby's Cafe,
fueling
all-American
us.
food.
When we're in Utah, they fuel us so well. We love pre-game grub, as we call it, and a great push by the Vikings.
It's still gonna be the Wildcats' ball. As the scoreboard is missing, it's back now, except Pleasant Grove is not at 59. That's Balin Hayes down low, and that's going to end one.
Let's just say Richmond knows how to make these contested shots. I don't think they've really missed and one opportunity.
What's going on? Our score is wrong. It's updating. We're at 58. There we go.
We'll get the scoreboard settled, as you can hear in the background.
Sorry.
It is.
Our producer is wearing noise-canceling headphones. Here's Ty Palmer with the ball. Gonna give it to Andrew out on the three-point line. He's gonna drive in, kind of changing the game a little bit. Clay open for 3. Off the front of the rim and barely not going in.
Foul on the Vikings. Couldn't catch the player.
They aren't displaying the foul and player, which is kind of weird, but okay. They also have it backwards the way we have it. Here's Mackay for 3. No good. It looked so good coming off of his hand.
Might be because of the tournament play that they don't have it all settled yet.
Not sure. Oh, right off the face of Amari.
Oh.
That's going to be a fast break for Pleasant Grove. So the pass went from, oh my goodness, stolen again by PG, down low. Gives it back to Mackay for 3. Off the front of the rim and no good.
And PG's
another fighting rebound. Here's Mackay going to lay it in.
PG's defending themselves. Looks like they're the only ones down there.
My goodness. Tipped again by Pleasant Grove, making them panic a little bit. And that's going to be blocked by Mackay Peterson.
Mackay is on a mission.
Pleasant Grove is on a mission here. Couldn't even tell, but one of the plays, the ball was passed. Ball was passed from Jordan David, right to Amari. So Amari Jordan, Jordan David and Amari Jordan. And
it's like Braylon Hayes comes in, and so does Derek Lum.
Yeah, Derek Lum. So Amari Jordan's pass is going to be off of the side of Ryan. And that's going to be almost an over and back.
A little strict call there.
So close to not being an over and back call.
A little strict there, and probably for high school play. But
and then they called it,
yeah.
Oh, what do they call it?
Backcourt violation.
No, it wasn't backcourt. They called it a different thing.
Over and back? I don't know.
Over and back is a backcourt. It's just another way to say it.
Yeah. Kind of a strong call there.
They called it a carry. Here's Pleasant Grove in the corner. Riker for 3. No good. Rebound. Goes.
You think at some point they just make sure they're shooting down low.
Here's Braylon Hayes.
But not yet.
Braylon Hayes down low. His pass to Zion is intercepted.
Smacked away by Jackson. Only a minute 53 left to go in the third quarter. This game is ticking quick. That sounded weird. The clock is going very fast.
Here is Braylon Hayes in the corner. Drives in and no good, but then Lum being able to put it up. Derek Lum, the senior. Here's Carson calling the play. It's Pat. The dribble is kind of overdone a little bit, and that's going to be a turnover and a point. Carson bringing the ball down again, and it's foul. But he, on the reach in for the ball, gets fouled.
Yeah, number 11.
Braylon Hayes.
Braylon Hayes. You can see a little bit of a frustrated look from Carson, understandably so.
Here's Jackson Brown down low, and he is fouled.
Yeah, physical basketball tonight, but, you know, playing physical basketball, I would say, for me, makes it a little more interesting. All right, let's see what Jackson Brown can do here from the charity strip.
Stripe.
Stripe. And he's still, I think that's 3 for 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think his second one didn't count because of a line violation by Tyler Palmer.
Ty Palmer, yes.
But he still made it, so. And he's still perfect from the charity stripe.
We'll just call it the free throw line. Here's Braylon Hayes bringing the ball down the court. Gives it to Lum down low, and that's me layup. Bringing their score to 44. Here's Milo. Gives it to Hilliard for 3. He's going to hit it.
First of the night for him. And that brings the score up even more.
That's me blocked by Hilliard. They're going to call a shooting foul.
And that was strong defense from Ethan. Cats haven't been to the free throw line much, but their first one in a while is good.
Here's Carson. Carson gives the ball to Riker, to Ethan. Ethan in the corner for Milo. No good. Kind of a rush shot.
Overshot there, on trajectory, but too much gas.
To be stolen. Here's Ethan going down the court with Carson. That layup, quite fancy.
Ethan making
ball is tipped. Pleasant Grove's gonna get the last shot. Riker, layup, good.
That'll send us. Ethan's making his defensive presence felt this game.
And that brings the score 71-46. And here is the opposing player of the game for your Richmond Wildcats. It is, hold on.
Liam Bolton.
What's wrong with yours? Yeah, it's Liam Bolton. I thought I had a bigger thing here, but there was information I had, but it's gone. Liam Bolton, opposing player of the game. He has a great work ethic. He's always pushing himself to be the best he can be. He works hard in the classroom and in the weight room. And on the court, improving his game. Bill Henderson, the coach of Richmond Hill.
Yeah, and you can definitely see that in today's game. just being a physical player
Yeah.
with a lot of grit and mentality.
Liam Bolton, the starting point guard on this team, so he's quite the player. Number 1, look out for him in the 4th quarter here that we will bring to you here on PGSN.
All right, we're back. Once again.
Pleasant Grove hasn't used a single timeout this game.
They haven't needed to, and it looks like the Wildcats will start with possession the 4th quarter.
Jordan David's going to inbound to Liam Bolton. Liam Bolton gets the ball despite the efforts of Ty Palmer. And this is Cutter Barnes.
Good travel, number 5.
Cutter Barnes. Here is Ty Palmer. Out the screen of Andrew. Ty with the ball. Gonna shimmy on inside, gives it to Mackay. He's gonna go. Here's Clay. Open 3, doesn't take it.
Tries to fit in a pass and it doesn't work.
Jordan David down low, getting in there, and that's Lum. And his shot is gonna be no good. But he's going to the free throw line.
First one in a while where they haven't made an and one happen.
This is the first time that I believe that, first time that Richmond's going to shoot free throws that isn't a pair.
Yeah.
First is good.
Used all of the rim to make sure that one went in. Bounced around a couple times.
And second, no good either. So here, no good. Here comes Pleasant Grove. Andrew down low, gives it to Ryan. His floater is going to be missed.
Oh, and
Goodness!
Derek Lum.
Dunks right
The Showtime
on
dunk.
Clay Hansen. In the corner, Andrew with the ball, gives it to Clay. Can he make up for being dunked on?
Yeah, he's going to want to forget that
Give
one
it back
quickly.
to Kai for 3. He's going to hit it.
And there's the free throw, the three-pointer that we get every once in a while.
We are looking for. Here's Bolton. Gives the ball down low to Jordan. That's going to be
A foul on Ty Palmer.
Here's Cutter Barnes. Gonna inbound it to.
Looks like the passing guy Cutter Barnes will travel. I didn't know you could do that.
I don't know. I guess he moved around too much, but I believe that you're able to like shuffle your feet a tiny bit.
Yeah, confusing call there.
No, even the crowd's confused. They don't know what's happening. Here's Carson with the ball. He almost gets stolen from by Hayes. That's Milo for 3, no good. Here comes Jordan with the ball, and they're gonna go up in their foul by Ethan.
– 6:12 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Jordan first is good.
It's like we're going to start subbing in some of our JV players to come in as Chaz.
Chaz Rose coming in.
From what I hear, he's a J-Jazz legend.
He is? Junior Jazz legend?
I believe so.
I'm in the grade above him, so I didn't really get to play his team, I guess. Carson Rasmussen, spin move down low, layup is good, accelerating into the paint.
Playing like a little bit of Michael Jordan in there. That'll be a travel.
Here is Carson with the ball, gives it to Chaz in the corner for three. No good. Rebound, Ethan. It's going to dribble it back out to three-point line. Carson for three. No good off the front of the rim.
It was a deep three there.
That's going to be PG's ball because Richmond, instead of taking the out of bounds, smacked it and put it out.
Carson will pass the ball in.
Looking for a three from Chaz Rose here. Out for Ethan, open, three, good. Bring the score 79 to 51. Way down the court, intercepted by Riker, just like in football.
Just like the football days.
There's Riker down low. He's going to get fouled as it goes up for a layup.
I wonder if our opposing player of the game, Liam, played football, because that was a heave and a half.
It was. Although, I actually don't know. I think basketball might weigh more than a football. That's a first from Riker off the front of the rim and good.
I believe this is his third. That was his third free throw.
Well, first of this pair.
Yeah. Looks like we'll sub in a combination of, looks like white team will come in and we'll be funneling in Parker Van Dorn from the JV team.
Riker's second is good. So hitting a pair of free throws brings the lead to 30 for the Vikings. Here is Richmond. Here's Josh Scott. Down low, layup, good. Ryan Hadley gets the ball to Ty Palmer. Ty Palmer gonna drive in, layup, good, no good, but Ryan gets the ball back. Mackay for three, he hits it. And his PG score up to 84. Can they break their record of 93 during the Jordan game? We're within 10, folks.
Yeah, only 9 points away.
With 4 minutes remaining, that is plenty of time.
Miscommunication pass there.
4:21, the clock is not running for you guys, but
we'll figure that out eventually. It's a little hard with only 4 people here, so.
Here's Ty, gives it to Andrew down low. Andrew, shot, no good.
Good shot setup and selection, just couldn't connect.
Andrew scrambles for the ball. Ty Palmer open for three. He's gonna hit it.
Oh, baby. We might have found a little bit more, might have found a rhythm.
3-point stride,
late in the fourth quarter.
Down low. That's Liam Bolton. That's Hayes. Braylon Hayes.
What a shot.
Ty Palmer.
They're just going to leave Ryan Hadley open.
Pass, and he's going to,
and
unfortunately,
Ryan Hadley will not be happy with that one.
Miss that shot. But that fake pass was kind of hilarious. So
it looks like they just didn't want to play defense on him.
Yeah, I mean, they left him wide
one.
open, and that's going to be a timeout for Richmond. As they're letting any time for their players to rest. Maybe a signal of let's sub in our JV squads, but we only have 4 JV players, and one of them is filming, so now we only have 3.
Yeah, good old friend Zane over there filming. We'd like again to thank our sponsors of Chubby's.
sponsor of Pleasant Grove Sports Network, Chubby's Cafe, all-American food for all-American families. Food is legendary. They've expanded their restaurants across Utah Valley, and for good reason. That everybody should be able to try them because it is good stuff. We love Chubby's. We love that they love our show. We're so thankful for them every single day.
Yeah. East Coast has amazing food, but I'm sure they love to have someone like Chubby's come over and spread the joy that you get from eating some of their chicken tenders. Yeah, it looks like we will come back with 3:25 in the fourth.
Here's Braylon Hayes. Gives it to Josh Scott. Josh Scott to Bolton, back to Braylon. Down low, his layup, no good. Got recovered by Ryan Hadley. Have to be out of bounds, and that's still going to be Pleasant Grove's ball off of the hands of Hendricks.
And into the back of the ref. He looks like he's okay, though. Looks like Preston will pass it in to Ty Palmer.
Here's Ty Palmer. Gonna absolutely slide for a second there. Oh, Preston Whiteson, I didn't even realize. Ty Palmer gonna shoot a three.
The guy in his face,
gonna make it.
Good.
Bring the score to 90.
I think they might be able to break their all-score record for the season.
With 2:44 remaining, Parker Van Dorn and Chaz Rose check in. Finn Spilsbury is in.
Yeah.
Tyler Hudson's in. This is Hendricks down low. Shot, no good. Palmer gets the rebound. He's going to bring it down the court for Pleasant Grove. Gives it to Tyler Hudson, to Mackay. In the corner, Preston White gives it to Finn. Finn, our tall boy, and that's going to be
the charge.
And here come in the rest of the JV Warriors. So they're going to keep. Oh, it's they actually have 5 JV players.
So it is black team. That's what their team is called, the JV players, and they're kind of the cleanup crew.
Black team's here. Can they break the record? They got to get 4. It's foul.
That'll stop the clock, but not help the score for the Vikings.
At this point, letting the other team score isn't mattering as much as just trying to break the record.
Just do it.
Here's Bolton. Bolton's first.
Vikings got a little lazy with the fouls here in the fourth quarter, making a couple more than usual. And yeah, it looks like the Wildcats will be in bonus.
And there you go. It's his second one for Bolton. Chaz in the corner. Gives the ball to Preston. Preston back to Chaz. Chaz is going to shoot a 3.
Oh, he got
it home.
And the PG's bench is ecstatic.
Tied their record. Can they break it? 1:30 to go. That's Bolton. No good. Rebound Finn. He's just foul.
Another foul.
And one.
That one on Preston.
That's Jordan going to go to the line. Jordan David.
For the 3-point play. Will it work out?
His first. Or his only. It's good. Here comes Tyler Hudson. Bringing the ball down the court. Tyler gives the ball to Chaz. Chaz drives in. Out to Parker. Parker for 3. Oh. No good. Just barely rims out.
I sat next to him on the hour card right here, and he was sleeping. Looked like the rest paid off, though. Good shot, unfortunate bounce.
Here's Jordan. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Foul. So they're going to bonus.
Looks like they were already in bonus, but I think the rules are a little different here.
I think that high school basketball genuinely stays same throughout the states.
So it looks like that he would go to the line, and they will let Jordan David go to the line for two.
They need just a bucket to break the record.
And they have 45 seconds to do so.
First is good for Jordan. They're at 61. And the second is also good, bringing their score to 62. Here's Tyler Hudson. They've got to get just a single bucket. Preston out to Tyler, out to Parker, and the pass is missed.
Not on the same page there.
Here's Braylon. No good. Here comes Pleasant Grove. Can they get the ball back? It's going to be Richmond.
Parker did all he could to get the ball back. And,
17 seconds. Can they?
The feet of the Wildcats
I just
would
want
not
them
allow
to break
that.
this record. I want them to break this record
We're
so
just
bad.
excited for that. Still possible.
Josh
Not a lot of time
Scott
left.
gives it to Hendricks. No good. Here comes Chaz. Okay.
Can they break
10
the record?
seconds to go. Or are they going to
will they
dribble it
hold
out? They'll probably dribble it out. That's a more respectful thing to do. Or 3 seconds.
Yeah, they will dribble it out.
And they tie their record for a second time,
And
bringing
PG is undefeated in the state of Georgia.
winning their
first one.
overall record to 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
Post-game show coming to you quick, real fast, in just like 5 seconds.
Uh-huh.
You just
Yeah, it looks like Riker will win Player of the Game, and they even have a platform in this tournament, which is class, shown by
that's real. That's
this
really
Georgia
cool. I really
high
like
school.
it by Green Brier High School. It's,
we got our donation thing on the screen that just disappeared.
That's all right. Here we are to talk about the post game. Pleasant Grove gets their 5th win in a 93-62 victory, a 31-point win.
Yep.
So very dominant. Pleasant Grove giving another blowout to another team, and that brings Richmond's score to 1-11. So
they continue to fall down the ladder. PG playing fantastic defense besides the three-pointers, and even better defense, allowing them to score 93 points.
Yeah, and Pleasant Grove going into the game tomorrow, where you will hear Kimball and Allen's voice, where they will play against who are they playing?
We're not sure yet. We will
I forgot.
Get that to you
it might be Green Brier though. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in to the first Georgia broadcast. All the donations that happened prior to this went straight back into this so that we could bring this to you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We hope that we brought you a great broadcast.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Tune in tomorrow and follow our Instagram at _PGSN_.
I believe it's 1 a.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m.
PM.
Mountain time.
He's talking about PM, not AM.
Yeah, 1 p.m.
Eastern
time.
So it'll be 11 a.m.
your guys' time.
Mountain
and
time.
We'll see you then.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.